Hey everyone, and thanks for joining me on this quick hop over to Sydney from Melbourne. Today's ride will be this 8-year-old Airbus A330-200. This aircraft is both used for domestic and international routes. Today's route will just only take us an hour on a straight course to Sydney. I've flown on the Qantas A330-300 many times before. The -200 has a slightly different configuration.
Check on the first call, please.
The bins along the side of the aircraft are a lot smaller than the normal standard, while the ones in the center are the normal size. I had to put my roller bag in horizontally. A nice crumb-covered seat was waiting for me. The legroom was average. I wouldn't call it anything amazing. It would be really cramped if I put my backpack under the seat. There is an IFE remote embedded into the armrest. A scratched up and blue stained tray table. There is one power socket available between the two seats. The seat also reclines into 31 inches of pitch. We pushed back about 10 minutes off schedule and taxied towards the runway. The captain informed us that Melbourne was only using one runway at the time due to strong winds. This gives us plenty of time to check out the IFE while we're waiting to take off. The IFE contains the standard new releases, TV, music, and podcasts. The screen is of an older variety but is still working in good condition and responsive. The seat back pocket includes a safety card, air sickness bag, magazine, and a handful of crumbs. This seat throughout the aircraft is one of the most dirtiest I've been on in a while. It's completely covered in crumbs and dirt along the seat rails. There were even crumbs waiting in the business class seats when I boarded. On a brighter note, the lavatory was in a lot cleaner state with all standard features, even including 2 coat hooks. There are cups available for water, but I stand by this: do not drink any of the potable water on the aircrafts unless it's a 787. What separates it from the rest is that on the 787, there's a strong UV light that shines into the water tank and kills all the microbacteria in the water. To my knowledge, that is the only aircraft equipped with that feature. A drink and snack service came by, and a raspberry coconut slice was handed out. An absolutely beautiful day arriving into Sydney, and it was one of the most gorgeous approaches I've had in a while. To sum up this trip, I was happy it got me from point A to point B, and at the time, I didn't really care how dirty the seats were. I've been in a lot worse. But in hindsight, this was recorded a day after the World Health Organization declared that the coronavirus outbreak was declared a global pandemic. This aircraft should have been cleaned a lot better. I wouldn't even care if they took a delay to clean it more like my previous flight. The Airbus A330 is a fairly loud aircraft, and I recommend if you want something a bit quieter, try to get a seat closer to the front or the center of the aircraft. I'd recommend trying to fly on a Dash 300 for a better layout. On a brighter note, the staff inside the terminal and the aircraft were extremely friendly. This seems to be a common trend with Qantas. Even the passengers sitting behind me worked the ramp for Qantas in Sydney and were friendly enough to answer all my questions. In the end, it got me from point A to point B in a timely manner, and I would gladly fly on Qantas again. Thanks for watching.